Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft with Hound Dogs. Today it's a new season. We're in 2031, only a few more years to go until the end of the series, but we have got today Newcastle in the Champions League in our group. We can take a look at that group actually here. We've got Napoli and Borussia Mönchengladbach as well. Apparently, it's going to be a really tough group. I was quite optimistic until I read that in one of the news articles. So there you go. We've also sitting in 6th at the moment, having won one game, lost one game on 3 points. Obviously, plenty of games to go in the season, so not too worried about that. We enter the quarterfinals of the Gibraltar Intermediate League and the Pepe Reyes Cup. So plenty of time there. But we do want to talk about some transfers, of course. Let's take a look at the outs first before you take a look at your eyes over to the left. First off, Rock Vodisek has left us. He has joined Maribor, where we bought him from. Again, he just wasn't going to get game time and wanted to go. Fair enough. Samuel Kahlu is one player that I did move on. He's been very good for us over the kind of couple of years we've had him, but I think it was time to move on. He's 34 years old now. We got 100k for him as well, which was a good amount of money, and he's gone back to Nigeria. Then we had Marcos Domenic, again another player that just wasn't going to get the game time. We've got better players in that position, so we moved him on. Got a bit of money for him. He went to John Bock. Didn't get anywhere near the amount that John Bock were given to bring him in to us, but he's gone back there, so that's fine. We got a bit of money back for him. Rowan Midford's another player that wasn't going to play. 205k it should rise up to, so I'm pretty happy with that. From receiving him on a free, wasn't ever going to get into the starting 11 permanently, so he's gone. No problem there. We've got a couple of loans for Nikola Bajanic and Georg Popper. Then we had a Torben Carlson £1 million sale to Silkeborg. We've got fullbacks now that can kind of cover that role. He's not going to get in on as a left winger, so I thought I'd move him on. Simple as that. All he really had was pace anyway, so nothing spectacular. Fakal Sabar has gone to Roma. We've got him back on loan for the season for 800k he was sold for. Now, he was someone that wanted to go. Roma came in. I wasn't going to say no, and they offered it to loan him back. We probably won't use him, but hey, it's good to have him there. And then Hori Buchan has gone to Shakhtar for 625k. So we lost that a little bit of money for him, but he came in to do his job. We just needed kind of a stopgap keeper before we used our boys that we've got currently. So you'll get to see who they are in today's game. Now, like I say, we got Sabar back on loan, but we have signed a few more players. Elio Pardo has come from Europa FC, 550k, a centre-half, because we needed centre-halves. Looks, I think, pretty decent. 6 foot tall. He's good balance, good stamina, good bit of strength and pace as well. Determination 17. He's only 24, so a bit of time for improvement as well. Heading, marking, tackling all look nice. Then we also brought in Ramon Willian from Atletico Mineiro. He's a bit more of a kind of future sort of planning. 1.3 million for him, but I think his teamwork and work rate is fantastic, and his agility and balance are also very good. And at 6'2", he'll only get better with strength and that sort of thing at 20 years old. So very happy with that one. Louise Pedro is another one, 700k from Flamengo, another Brazilian we've brought in. He's in our under-23s at the moment, but hoping for him to come up next season. Some great determination and flair, which is exactly what we want. Off the ball's not bad, pace is good, and finishing 14 at 18 years old. I think that's very good. So very happy to have him come in. And then finally we brought in Camilo Sacramento from Tottenham on a free. He looks very good. Again, very pacey. He's seen as a left back, but I've been playing him as a centre half. Now, not great in the air, but I think we can develop him into a pretty decent centre half. He's 25 years old, made 10 caps for Colombia. But I think he can absolutely be good at centre-half with that pace. And I think that's what we've maybe been missing a little bit, is that bit of pace at the back. So that's what we've brought in. Let's take a look at the team for today's game, though. Let's just quickly. Oh, yeah, and the other issue we've got with the Champions League at the moment is that I registered the 2 keepers that we sold. So we haven't actually got a keeper that can play. So I've been having to decide just randomly who wants to go in goal. Today is going to be Salafu because he's a little bit tired, so he can have a rest in goal if he fancies it. And then Bayama's not going to be on the bench because he's knackered. But yeah, so we've also done this, as you can see, a 4-2-3-1. So we've pushed the wingers on slightly to be a bit more attacking, a bit more aggressive. So I'm hoping that kind of helps us out a little bit. But we've got Dirasuba in goal, Dagaang, Elio Pardo, Dane Murray at the back. We will slot in Pelez there and take actually Dane Murray out and put Sacramento in at centre half. Masuhui and João Alves playing in centre midfield. A deep lying playmaker for Alves and Masui as an attacking centre midfielder. Ballard on one side, Soranic on the other. Romero will be up top and Naranjo will play on the left as an inverted winger. Then we've got a few on the bench as well who can make the difference if needed. Hopefully it's enough. I mean, we just got to stop him from shooting. I'll be honest. I've kind of written this one off already because I didn't register the goalkeeper. I couldn't for whatever reason. Once we sold them, it was a stupid idea. I didn't really think about it. And by looking at their team, they look very, very good. Obviously, Newcastle have loads of money in this game, as they do in real life. They're very, very rich with the Saudi blood money. I didn't say that. Soranic to Dagaang though. Can we nick something here at St James's Park? It would be nice to see if we can get something from this as Nuno Mendes comes forward, finds Podega. It's blocked by Alves, which is good, but they will get back on that ball. Skiminski with the long-range effort. He's just rattled the bar there as Pardo plays it back to Salafu, who does manage to clear it. Not great, but not awful. It's still 0-0. We've survived 10 minutes with someone who's not a goalkeeper in goal. So, yeah, great. I mean, yeah, it's going fine. It's going fine. If we get a draw here, we're punching well above our weight. As it is looked out wide to try and find Dominic Ballard. I mean, it's not a great pass as Ahmed Hodzic gets that ball. Played back to him as it's dinked out wide again to Nuno Mendes. Garcia now on the ball. He looks inside to Zimanski. Then we've got Lee Waban up top, who we actually were looking at for a little while. I think he's the Bayern player that's used to be a Bayern player. But Pelez on this left-hand side, hopefully he's going to be influential this season. And if not this season, next season. Like I say, kind of written Europe off already because of kind of the situation we found ourselves in. But we are coming forward, and we've had the only shot on target so far. As the ball comes across, Ballard is saved, though, by the keeper. Da Costa getting across to that one as Ballard struck it, as it managed to find its way through somehow. But they get away with it. I think the boys maybe are up in their game because they know they've got someone who's not a goalkeeper in goal and trying to do a favour. But we're looking good. We come into half time and we've still had more shots on target. We're still looking good in that sense. Hopefully Salafu's... Why is that the case? Why is it when we put a player in goal, they just can't kick for shit? That's not how it works. If you're a player, surely you'd be able to kick better. But they've played a ball over the top. Lou Waban. Salafu's all over the shop. Look at... Just look at where he was standing. Thank God the shot was blocked because it was going in. There's no way on earth he'd have saved that. Please don't come out, Salafu. Oh my God. He looked like he was going to try and go out and catch it. Oh, this is comical. Another one comes in, another corner, fired to the edge. Amazevic now played to the edge. Podega with a long shot. Nyanzu, can he get a shot away? No, he crosses it back over to the corner taker, who looks inside again. But Alves is able to head it away this time. I mean, come on, boys. Let's just get to half time. And I'll be very, very happy with that if we don't concede here. Podega into the box. Is cleared, though, by Pardo. As it then comes to Nyanzu. Is that a foul? I think that's a foul. Naranjo looks like he's fouled someone there. And so it will be Zimanski with the ball in. Nyanzu at the back post. And there it is. There's the goal. Is it offside? I think it counts. I think that's onside. And we're 1-0 down just before half time. Which is gutting because we've done very, very well up to this point to stop them. And also be a bit of a threat going forward. But Nyanzu with the header at the back post. I mean, nothing that Salafu could have done there. It's just the defending's poor. So can't blame the keeper on that one, unfortunately. But So Ranić, we will bring you on for Sourdough. You can play in that attacking midfield role in there. I think we will just leave it at that for now, and we can look to make any other changes necessarily in the second half. But hopefully that might spice things up a little bit more. We'll create something else in the game and as we go. But so far, 1-0 down. Would I be happy with that result? Obviously, I'd like a draw or get something from the game. But as long, I mean, if we don't get humiliated, I'm pretty happy with that. Because especially considering we have only got someone who's not a goalkeeper in goal, we might as well put the kick man in there. But Dominic Ballard's touch loses out to Nuno Mendes as Garcia finds Szymanski, whose long range effort. There you go. I think that kind of sums up the situation a little bit, doesn't it? It was a long range effort. Salafu wasn't able to get across for that one. After us losing the ball, after Ballard's poor touch, really, led to Nuno Mendes getting onto that one. Garcia laid it off to Szymanski, whose long-range effort, yeah, it's not ideal. And this second half could be a long second half if they manage to start getting goals, because this is not good. As the ball comes in again, Cesar Garcia, it's 3-0. They've scored 2 goals in 3 minutes. We might fly through this second half, and I might just not show you any of the goals and pretend it stays 3-0. Maybe let's do that. So it ended 4-0. Could have been worse. They did slow down a little bit, but it ended 4-0. We lost 4-0. Could have been, yeah, like I say, could have been a lot worse at the speed that they were scoring to start with. But hey-ho. There you go. We've had 2 games where we've lost in a row. That's the first time we've done that in a long, long time. But with that, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will let you know how we get on throughout the time. And we'll probably come back for like the Mönchengladbach game or the other Newcastle game at home, which is on TV, just to see if we can get anything out of the Champions League. Otherwise, I might just skip to the end of the season if we're just getting battered in the Champions League, because I'm an idiot. It's my fault. I'm an idiot. I'll take the blame. I'll do it. Anyway, with that, let's leave it there. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.